If you blinked, you probably would have missed it. You probably missed that kettlebell swing because he stuck it at the very end of his video and only gave 9 seconds of air time to it. And if you're the bodybuilder following a bodybuilding channel, you're focused on the machines or the dumbbells, so this would have gone straight over your head. But anybody with a bit of kettlebell prowess was picking their jaw off the floor after they saw Jeff attempt that kettlebell swing.
This is so hard to watch. This is so hard to watch, guys.
These are what kettlebell swings are supposed to look like. We see this all over YouTube. Fitness pros that should be at a higher level absolutely butcher an element they're not comfortable with and still throw it into their video having no clue they're doing it wrong. Let's throw athlean-x under the bus.
His recent swing technique is horrible.
It was immediately clear that Jeff has never been coached, cued, or corrected on the proper techniques of a kettlebell swing. If you're fuming at the keyboard about to leave a comment that that's a bodybuilding channel and Jeff's a bodybuilder, I know this, you can spare me that comment, but this is the biggest problem with the spectrum of fitness on YouTube today. Anyone with kettlebell experience would have seen that technique from a distance, walked over, vomited on his shoes, I know I would have, and then proceeded to break down his form and technique and correct that swing immediately.
Beautiful.
I've shown you my pyramid of fitness education. That bottom tier is self-taught. That's where you stay if you've never been coached, cued, or corrected, and seek professional training at an implement or movement or skill prowess. His stance is too wide, the bell's dropping far too low, he's squat patterning the swing, he's not hip hinging the swing, he's lifting the bell with his arms instead of driving power from the hips, and that says that the bell's far too light for what he should be using it with. That's 8 seconds, bing! I've broken down all of his mistakes that I can start fixing with him immediately. Led Stark is kettlebell royalty. He jumped on this video just the same because he saw the mistakes just like I did that quick.
Of course, you're not getting any type of glute gains if you're only pulling from the arms. So what Jeff is doing is there's almost no hip extension. He does a lot of pulling from the arms. He goes almost into a squat, and it's a baby weight.
The fact that Jeff can give out science-based evidence to fitness and exercise is to 7 million followers.
Based on science,
But be that bad at a kettlebell swing defines the imbalance problem of athleticism on YouTube.
I'm ranking the best and worst glute exercises for muscle growth using the latest exercise science. I'm not a big fan of kettlebell swings.
It is an exercise for your posterior chain, so it focuses on the hamstrings and the glutes.
But for glute hypertrophy, you're just not getting enough tension.
Something else that gives me that nice soreness is just doing kettlebell swings. You're popping, snapping those hips. God damn! God! Good God! God! In 2 days since I've done that now, oh so deep glute soreness, okay?
But for glute hypertrophy, you're just not getting enough tension. Low D tier.
Kettlebells require skill, it's not raw output on a guided machine.
That the kettlebell is just like a martial art, and there's an important kinesthetic literacy. Put in the reps and build the skill.
And like the Turkish get up, you have these influencers that are trying to make a video of how-tos.
I'm gonna be teaching you how to do the Turkish get up.
Today, I'm gonna show you how to perform a kettlebell get up.
And they all have fundamental flaws in the movement or the steps of how to do the movement. And it's proof they never practice on their own. They might have gone to a 3-day course and now they want to make a video to get views on their channel and they screw it up, and we see this over and over.
Lean back, take your hand flat to the ground, extend your...
I've covered this in depth with my full-length fitness audits on Nippard, athlean-x, Will Tennyson, Greg Doucette. 90% of all the fitness on YouTube is bodybuilding, but bodybuilding makes up a tiny sliver of the full equation to a well-balanced, functional athletic training approach.
What about that shadowy place?
That's beyond our borders. You must never go there, Silver.
If you're training bodybuilding, you're not training functional fitness or athletics.
We're gonna jump a lot.
Whoa! And it's not your fault if that's all you know, that's all you get.
Oh, don't cry.
You know, I'm biased because I want strength, athleticism, functionality, whereas a lot of this stuff, you're just, you know, it's just Johnny Bodybuilder, you know what I'm saying?
It's like I said before, the lowest hanging fruit to get after fitness in the gym and start moving heavy weights. But if all you know is counting to 12 reps and pushing weight, then you're missing out on so much more that is out there that you should be using to widen your toolbox. I push this message, and in my other fitness audits of Zach Tellender and Nick Bear, fake natty aside,
I am natural.
they have the highest spectrum of fitness scores yet because they dabble into the other worlds of even just some conditioning and power elements. In the full fitness audit episode of Jeff Nippard, I tallied he only had 4 athletic-based videos out of 350 total uploads on the channel, and I know a lot of you commented, this is unfair, he's a bodybuilding channel. But still, 0 coverage of athletics on his channel, nothing explosive, nothing rotating, no jumping, no plyo, all that missing.
This is gonna make you just horse-cock strong. But I don't care about strength, I wanna be all show and no go.
If you do swings powerfully, I would argue that the swing is the most beneficial exercise anybody can do.
I'm not a big fan of kettlebell swings.
You will, again, you're training power, you're training your fast fibers, you're developing mitochondria in the fast fibers.
I'm not a big fan of kettlebell swings.
As a fan of these channels, keep an open mind, and when, not if, you start to discover they're giving you the same video over and over, science-based or not, it's the same information repeating. Let's use Jeff Cavalier as an example.
And we're talking today about chest. It's the most effective chest workout. Today I'm going to show you a chest workout.
125 chest tips videos. There's nothing new you're going to find in that. So keep an open mind and venture outside the world of bodybuilding and try to take in any other element. Go for run, jogs, start jumping, rotating, moving fast, exploding, those kind of things. Touch some kettlebells, expand your repertoire in the spectrum of fitness. The information goes round and round based on what search terms are trending for that time of year, and you'll notice it resets and starts all over again the next year. You can see this pattern on every one of their channels.
Ab workout, the biceps. Chest workout.
We all love bodybuilding, love getting a good pump, but be your own guinea pig and try things out for yourself.
But however, this study came up. Is why do you put so much stock in the study anyways? Do it for yourself. Try it out. See how it feels. Do it different ways.
Try to expand your spectrum of fitness. That's just what I'm trying to say with this video. Like I said, kettlebells are a skill and they require practice. They go from 8 pounds to 250 pounds. So you can definitely get hypertrophy when you're doing proper explosive swings with the right weight for your skill set and strength level. If you think kettlebells are lame, this is the kettlebell sport. This is Denis Vasilev, the world champ. He's holding 2 71-pound, 32 kg kettlebells. You go for clean and press for 10 minutes, no put downs. You try to do that with any weight you choose. Take any weight, lighter, and see if you can sustain 10 minutes nonstop of clean pressing without putting the bell down once. And don't forget what I like to say about how to assess your own training. If you recently haven't run or jogged, jumped, moved fast, moved laterally, or twisted, you're on a one-way track to a machine junkie style workout.
You'll get stronger at the machine, but nothing else. It's very one-dimensional.
You haven't touched anything other than a dumbbell, barbell, or a machine handle. Okay, you're at the bottom of the pyramid, stuck in the machine junkie square.
But since I've just been going from one machine to the next, I only do machines essentially now.
I only do machines.
And to wrap up, the 100% male audience watching this video, tell any female in your life to lift heavy and watch my last video, the true dominating queens of YouTube fitness. They have more followers than any male influencer you're following. Beware of the yoga mat fitness influencers, the video. These girls are going to their secret gyms, lifting heavy, doing their own workouts, shaping their bodies, and then coming on one day a week, filming a teensy-wincy video with light dumbbells, and millions of females are following them, not realizing what's going on behind the scenes. So check that out yourself or any ladies in your life. That's it for now. As always, crank your tunes and go get after it.